rompe la casa, fibra con sirope.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Mother and Son postgame show for the New York Giants. And we have some fantastic news because we're going to the next week in the playoffs. Woo! So, before we get into this, because it's very exciting, we need you to do some very important things for us. Mother, what are they?
Come on. We have been dedicated, just like you, the whole season. Subscribe to our channel. Please take the time to hit that little bell. Take the time to like the video. And hey, leave a comment and give us a tip. Come on. We're in the playoffs. We ever played off runs. Woo, woo. All right, let's get into it.
All right, everybody, let's get into this because this is just a real big shocker to me. I almost didn't want to believe it. I was very nervous all the way to the end. I didn't know what was going to happen because you never know. Anything could happen with the Giants. There was like a minute and 45 seconds left. No timeouts for the Vikings. All we had to do was take some knees. What could go wrong, right? As a Giants fan, it's fantastic to say that we won. We got our revenge. Saquon, my mother's nephew, my cousin, did a great job out there today on both running and receiving, and he really just held it down. He made a statement game, I thought. He was showing that he's not messing around in the playoffs this season. Daniel Jones, man, I was wrong about you. You did a lot of great things today. You're working with the bottom of the barrel receiving core, which played well aside from one drop that was very detrimental and nerve-wracking and stressful.
For sure.
Darius Slayton. And then there were some bogus penalty calls that almost cost us, like the roughing the passer on Kirk Cousins. I thought that was bogus and BS. It was egregious.
It was legit. It was a legit hit for, it was, almost like a sack almost. I don't know. Maybe they felt bad about the calls they made early in the game. I don't know.
The calls were bad on both sides. So you know what? You might be onto something. They were pretty bad. There were some no calls, some holds on Kayvon that just were ignored. And honestly, there were some blatant holds. It was very obvious. I think Kirk Cousins should have got sacked many times, at least 4 to 5 times today. There was just so many holds. But you know what? It doesn't matter because the Giants won. And again, it was on the game of Saquon and Daniel Jones being able to run outside of the pocket and keeping the plays developing and being able to extend drives. That was very important today. Defense did a great job as well in a big 3 and out. In the fourth quarter, there was a huge 3 and out that we needed. I even said it. I was like, we need a 3 and out. That's the only way we have a chance to sustain this lead. And we got the 3 and out that we needed. It was very nerve-wracking, but in my opinion, overall, it was a great win. And it is a huge confidence booster. And I believe we play the Philadelphia Eagles coming up. So we definitely need this momentum. It's going to be a very serious game. And I look forward to making those Pigeon fans cry.
I hope so. I know the Vikings fans are crying. But I just want to double down on Daniel Jones today. I'm going to give him a rocket shake today. Daniel Jones.
Yes.
There was that one drive we had where he just ran. He ran it all the way in. He kept it was like, I don't know how many times we snapped the ball. I have no idea. It was a lot. And every time he was running it, he ran it all the way until we were able to get it in. And that type of grit is what we need in a quarterback. He certainly is trying to earn his keep. And, congratulations to him for being able to do what he did today and on a national stage, let everybody see that. It was absolutely amazing. Great job, Daniel Jones. And I also want to commend the decision makers on the Giants for deciding that the alleged Scottish Hammer would not be out there for punting duties. Very much. I think they had him out there one time.
It was one punt.
And the rest of the time they had Gano. And I'm so glad because we could not afford any mistakes like he has afforded us in the past. So good job, decision makers, the team, the team leaders at the Giants for keeping Gano busy during this very, very important game. It's so exciting. It's surreal almost. I got to admit, it's a bit surreal.
I would like to interject. There was something that you said I want to add on to that. You were talking about the mistakes. I do want to highlight some mistakes that need to be rectified in some sort of way. We need to figure things out for next week, especially against the Eagles. There was a illegal motion call on the New York Giants for, I want to say, the 1,000,000th time this season, where we had 2 players in motion at the same time. I know Daniel Bellinger made up for it with a touchdown in the third quarter, which was huge and a great momentum booster, but we can't afford those kind of mistakes going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. We need to hunker down and make sure we're really perfecting our craft when it comes to these formations and motions. I know Coach Dayball is a great coach and a mastermind on the offensive side of the ball. Let's just pray that he can discipline or, make sure these guys understand their roles on the team and what they need to be doing pre-snap of the ball, because it's very important going into this next week. That was one of the mistakes that I didn't actually highlight, aside from what was happening with the other players that we had mentioned earlier. Other than that, Giants fans, we have a lot to be positive about. I really can't say anything else other than the huge drop by Slayton, the illegal motion, and the bad no penalty calls and calls that were made, like the roughing the passer against Dexter Lawrence. That one drove me insane. I was screaming and yelling. I'm sure people on the street heard me. Overall, Giants fans, tough matchup next week. We just have to take this one day at a time. It's a long process for this week. We got to really hope that the Giants can be prepared for this matchup against the Eagles. Somebody needs to take these Eagles out. What better way than the New York Giants?
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Anything else you'd like to add, Mother?
I do. From a leadership perspective, Brian Daboll, he has proven to be a legitimate head coach and someone that can guide players who have been either misled or weren't given the right opportunity, like a Daniel Jones, who has proven himself to be coachable. Shout out to Brian Daboll for really, really giving us what we needed since 2016 as somebody who could take this team as far as possible in the season. And he again, for a first year head coach, really, really 5 stars. 5 stars for Brian Daboll.
While you're at it, I'm going to add Dominic Martindale in there because
absolutely.
He is responsible for one of the better defenses in the NFL right now. We just stopped the best receiver in the league. We were able to contain him to 1 touchdown. That's no easy feat. We were able to do a lot today focused around the scheme that we were playing against, and that is predicated on Dominic Martindale's genius and craft as a defensive coordinator. So I really have to give him his stars as well. He is a blessing to this franchise, and I really hope that we maintain this coaching staff, because moving forward, it's looking up for the Giants. If you told me we were going to be in the playoffs and get by the first week, we've exceeded expectations tenfold.
All the guys on the NFL pregame thing that they do on NFL Network, they all but one.
Michael Strahan. My man!
All but one were against the Giants today. So
typical. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't have it any other way. I like it when the odds are stacked against us, because that's when we played the best football, in my opinion. That's just how we play better, when everyone wants us to lose or expects us to lose.
And let's hope that when you talk about our great team that we, leaders that we put together, as coaches we put together for the season, Mike Kafka is getting a lot of looks for head coaching jobs. I hope no one can make a deal with him.
We need to keep him. If we're smart, we'll extend that contract and give him what he deserves.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. I'm very nervous about that.
I don't want to have to replace that. I don't want to do that. So, all right, guys. That's it for now this week. We'll see you next week in a very tense and painful matchup for me, because if we lose, well, you're in for probably one of the craziest rage videos you ever see. So let's hope that you see happiness and joy and overexcitement and probably screaming in joy that we beat the Eagles. So let's hope to see that happen next week. Everybody, pray each night. Make sure you do everything you need to do. Do as you're told, not after, so that we can make sure the Giants get this win. We all have to be great and faithful and pray that the football gods give us what we need, which is a huge upset, the biggest upset of the season. You guys know what to do. Please make sure, if you haven't done so, to like and subscribe if you're new to this channel, or if you've already been here, just like anyway. It helps with the algorithm. Make sure you're dropping comments. We miss some of y'all haven't really been commenting lately. I haven't seen some of you guys in there. I miss some of you guys.
Where are you? Where are you? Come back to us.
Yeah, come on back. Look, the family dinner table is always open. Come on over. We'll chat. We can talk about Giants at any time. So we hope to see you guys. Share with everybody, please. It's important. Let everybody know how proud you are to be a Giants fan right now. Now is the time. So we look forward to see you guys next week. That's all for now. Take care and go Giants, baby. Woo!